Hello and welcome back to the 12th man. Just left the warehouse at Villa Park. PSG 2, Aston Villa 1. Tough one to take, that. Really tough one to take. I thought we were really good. When I seen when the squad was announced and we were short of Emi Konza and Watkins, I wasn't feeling too confident. And then I seen how we were playing on the pitch and I thought we were class. I'm just up the stairs in the Holt end. Thought I'd come up here. There's no lighting outside the Holt, so I thought I'd come up the stairs where there's a bit of lighting. But I thought we were really good. Ian Maatsen, for me, best player on the field, man of the match for me. That's probably his best performance in a Villa shirt, in my opinion. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. But again, there's plenty of players who we can highlight how good of a performance they had. Brian Maggio getting a goal in the Super Cup final. All eyes on Maggio, 17 years old. Could have scored 4 or 5. Missed a few chances, and then probably the hardest chance of the ones that he had, he scored. And at that point, I thought we were going to do it. I thought we were going to win. But yeah, really difficult one to take. But one thing for me that I've took coming out of that is, even with a weakened side, even without Emi, Konza, Watkins, do I think the result would have been different? No, I was absolutely more than happy with everyone's performances on the pitch. It was nice to see Alisson come on. He looked very good, very threatening when he came on the field. So I was very impressed with him. So nice to see him fit and get some minutes. If we can keep him fit for the season, I think he's going to be a real problem on that right side. Hemmings, I thought Hemmings was class. You know, Unai's throwing these players in the deep end, but he's throwing them in the deep end because they're ready, sending out the youngsters. And, you know, pre-season, it's really difficult to judge who's going to be in and around the first team. And, you know, Hemmings and Maggio absolutely showed why they were in the squad and why they started today. They were class. They were both absolutely class. But yeah, I've come out of that feeling really positive, even with our business not done. Even with our business not done in the window, we definitely need to add in some more. How we played on that field today, I was so impressed. Even without some starters, even without 3 players who, you know, are almost dead certs to start every game. I think we look great. So I'm not worried. I think we're going to have a great season. And all we're going to do is add more in the transfer window. Things are going to look good. Things are going to be good. And we're going to do some great business. Obviously, new left back coming into the fold. That should probably be announced next couple of days. But yeah, I've come out of that feeling, got my head high. I've really got my head held high. It's a really refreshing time to be us. You know, 4 seasons on the bounce, European football, congested schedule ahead. I think we're going to be just fine. We played such good football. We really played good football today. It really didn't feel like PSG were at the best, or were we that good? I don't know. It's a subjective thing, isn't it? Of what's the PSG I think it was their first game back of having a full squad back, but ultimately we've had a bit of a pre-season, and you could see that in how we played. But I think we were solid. But yeah, going back to Ian Maatsen, that was his best performance for me, and obviously he knows we've got another left back coming in. And he knows that he's got to compete, and today he showed why he should be starting at left back. And I think he's absolutely warranted a start against Brighton. I think he was class today. It's good to see McGinn get 70 minutes as well, because obviously we were worried with his injury and his fitness. But yeah, I think he looked up for it as well. So good to see that McGinn's injury isn't serious. Hopefully not playing through like painkilling injections or anything like that. Hopefully nothing serious, and he's back to his best. What else is there? João Gomez. That guy's going to be a problem this season, honestly, in a good way. Not for us, not a problem for us, a problem for our opposition. He really impresses me every time I see him play, and I know pre-season isn't, you know, one of those things where it's fitness, isn't it, pre-season? But it was nice to see us have a competitive feature, and it was nice to see us go toe-to-toe with the best team in the world, first game back or not. I think we were bloody brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and the boys should have their heads held high, and so should we as fans, because we were class today. We were class. There was obviously the Desiree Doué goal. I thought that was off, and then you see it in slow motion. It's centimetres with Cash playing him on, which is unfortunate, but up until that point, I thought nailed on. I thought we were going to do it. First half, we could have had 3 or 4 goals, but again, Maggio unlucky. But those are those things that will come with experience with him. More time on the field. Brian Maggio is going to be a superstar. He's absolutely going to be a superstar. Doing it in pre-season, doing it on the biggest stage. And for me, with pre-season, as we spoke about, it's difficult to know who's going to be sticking around, who's going to be going out on loan. But I think for certain, Hemmings and Maggio are going to be sticking around the first team. I just thought we were brilliant. I've come out of that just so positive, like so positive. I know there's people worrying about this window. We're light. There is still work to do in the window, but we're absolutely doing it. But we're doing sensible business. We're only getting the players in that we want. We're only getting the players in that fit Unai's system. We're only getting the players who are going to give their absolute all for us. We've done our good business in the window so far. We haven't rushed anything. We're only going for our targets, and we're not doing anything stupid. We're not spending silly money on anybody. We're doing the right things. We're doing the right things in the window. We looked great on the field today. And I just feel so refreshed, even after a loss. Another opportunity for a trophy, yes. But we went toe-to-toe with PSG, first game back or not. That's massive. That's massive with a weakened side, with 2-3 weeks left of the transfer window. We still look solid. We still look bang up for it. And it didn't feel like a weakened side. That looked full strength on the pitch. Forget paper, on the pitch. That looked full strength. Everybody today looked absolutely on it. Matty Cash had some problems with Kvaratskhelia, however you pronounce his name. He's a baller, and that goal he scored. I don't know if Emmy saves that. Marco Bazot was, I didn't think he really did a fat lot wrong, but does that goal go in if Emmy's on the field? Subjective, who knows? But we were bang up for it. The mentality was there, the players were there, and everything that Unai says, it's shown on the pitch. It's not just words, it's shown on the pitch. But yeah, coming out of that really on top of the world, which is mental really, because we technically just lost at the opportunity of a trophy, friendly, whatever your opinion is of it, doesn't matter. I'll come out of that in my head high, because everybody looks solid, and it's only going to get better. We're only going to do more business in the window. We're only going to get stronger. I really think we've got a good shot at European football again next year, if we can replicate how we played today. And as I just said, the more business we do in the window, the more depth we add to the squad. It's a congested schedule coming up, isn't it? It's going to be heavy. Going to be a heavy year, but there's 9 teams with a heavy schedule. Mönchengladbach on Saturday, and then on to Brighton. And Brighton have got European fixtures either side of us. Their football campaign starts on the 20th of August. So, massive time going into Brighton away. The Premier League is coming back, and it's nice to be at Villa Park. Obviously gutted I'm not in Austria. This week fell on my wedding anniversary, so that's the reason why I haven't gone. But watched it at the warehouse with my mates. It was absolutely class. I was, I think the Aston Villa women's manager was sat behind. Someone had said was sat on the row behind us. So yeah, I watched it at the warehouse. It was top drawer, good food, good drinks, and great atmosphere as well. It was class. So yeah, feeling really optimistic. I feel buzzing. I don't feel like I've just watched a game where we've lost. I've watched a game where we look like we understand the game plan, we understand Unai's plan, and we understand the system, and that's what's important. So yeah, excited, ready for this season to start. Big couple of weeks left in the window. It's going to be busy for us. I really do believe it's going to be busy. Does Leon Bailey end up leaving? Who knows? But yeah, we'll see. Exciting times ahead. It's a very exciting time to be a Villa fan. Let's aim for our 5th year in a row of European football. But you should be coming out of that, watching that game with your head held high, because we went toe-to-toe with the best there with essentially a weakened side. Didn't look remotely weak to me. But yeah, thought I'd do a little segment outside Villa Park, little 10-minute video, talk about the game. But we've got lots to be positive about. This season's going to be fucking wicked. And I'm absolutely buzzing with what's to come. So yeah, from myself, if you are enjoying the content, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be massive for me. So a massive thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. But yeah, transfer business going on, lots to talk about over the next coming days. So yeah, I'll see you for another episode soon. Up the Villa.